Hey loves, hey, back with another video, and I want to talk about you can't help everyone. So, I want to start off by giving a quick story time, and it's about one of the times when I was living with roommates in college. I had three roommates in an apartment, and I happened to have an extension cord upstairs in the living room, and I had my book bag slash purse. It was a cute velvet purse I bought from, I think it was Nordstrom or Macy's. And my roommate had her charger plugged into the extension cord. And while after I had set my book bag down, before I set my book bag down, her phone was already charging in the extension cord. So I grabbed my book bag and go downstairs to my area where I had my little room set up. And somehow her charger got connected into the backpack straps of my backpack slash purse. And she starts freaking out because she's kind of had these mood swings where she would go up and down to one extreme to the next. And she starts freaking out like, can't find my purse. My charger. You guys are always taking my charger, blah, 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 blah. Mind you, I always keep a charger in my car. I always have a charger connected to my Mac, and then I always have a charger by my bed. So I have three chargers at least every single day. And then, we always keep chargers in our purse too, or our book bag. So that makes four chargers. So I start helping her look too, because who wants to hear someone going on and on and on about them not being able to find their charger and someone's taking their charger and trying to steal a lot of like no one in there needs to steal a charger. So she like comes down to my room because she accused me of stealing. She's always had something to say about me. And it just so happened her charger was connected to my backpack strap. And she just got so upset with me, so pissed off at me. Like, you trying to steal my charger? I can't believe you trying to steal the charger. Like, she was wanting to fight. And I was like, oh my God, this is the same girl that had the people come to our mutual friend at the time's house to jump her. So she was always getting into it. I don't know why I spent so much time with them, but it was because she was a mutual friend and I don't know. But that was obviously I learned from my mistakes. And I thought I was gonna have to fight her over a charger, which obviously had more to do with it because she's obviously had feelings towards me before, and this just kind of started off with the charger. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to fight about this. And I'm trying to explain to her, girl, I did not steal your charger. It was just so happened when I pulled my book bag up from where it was sitting on top of the extension cord, your charger just got pulled up with my book bag. It has two straps, like that's plausible. And she just didn't want to hear it. And that situation, which is random, but it led me to believe you cannot help everyone, ladies. There are going to be people out there who, no matter how many different ways you explain it, how many different languages you say it, no matter how many different formats you present the information, they are going to misunderstand you. They're going to change whatever you said to make it something new that you never even said. They're going to manipulate your words in a negative way. They're going to do whatever it takes to misunderstand whatever message or whatever you're trying to say is. It's because one, they don't like you. So nothing you say will ever change it because they just don't like you. So it doesn't matter if you're speaking straight facts. They don't like who's speaking the facts. They could be jealous or envious of you, something that you have or someone or whatever attributes or characteristics you're contributing to the world. They don't like that. They don't like that you are who you say you are and you do what you say you do. It could be you intimidate them because you make them uncomfortable. They may feel like they need to be doing more because of what you're doing. Whatever the reason is, you cannot help everyone. Some people just love to make excuses. And I've learned as I got older, I didn't understand why a lot of people continue the same cycle of misery and dysfunction. But some people genuinely enjoy dysfunction, drama, and confusion. They feel comfortable in that. And as we know, a lot of the times that comes from childhood trauma, and they haven't learned their lesson and evolved into the new person. So they're going to continue the dysfunction, and there's nothing you can do until they are ready to come out of that place and that way of thinking. So that brings me to my topic for today. I have screenshots of comments of people leaving on my YouTube videos over the years, and I just happened to screenshot several of them, and I want to read them. And let's talk about how this person is enabling their own behavior in my comments, or making excuses for people because they rather not do the work to evolve. So I've got one. This is by Jackie Bazan. I am 55 years old. I have chased and been chased. What I've learned is it doesn't matter either way. A man will find a way to throw away if that's what he wants to do. A man will find a way to throw you away if that's what he wants to do. My last boyfriend wined and dined and chased the F out of me. And once he had me, his narcissistic tendencies came out. Ladies, if you feel like shooting your shot, go ahead, but just make sure it's a quality man. Okay, Miss Jackie. I definitely don't agree with what you're saying, but look at that. There are 49 likes on that. 49 people said that they agree with that. When I just saw a picture of a screenshot, I want to get my hair highlighted like her. But anyways, 49 people agreed to what Miss Jackie had to say. So first off, this video is under my video about the consequences of chasing a man. So she says here, it doesn't matter if you chase or let them chase you. So one, I'm going to say I completely disagree, because how you start it is how you end it. And if you are chasing, there's a difference between making yourself available, positioning yourself to be in a environment where a well-to-do man or a provider man is there to approach you. And then there's a difference between you going after and you pursuing a man. There's a difference between being available and doing the pursuing. Doing the pursuing is putting you in your masculine and making you look thirsty and desperate, and it's not a good quality. And usually, the men will take that and manipulate it in a negative way to for their own benefit, whatever that is. She says next that a man will throw you away if that's what he wants to do. A man will do that at any time. It doesn't matter, like she said, it doesn't matter if you are chasing or being chased. But the thing is, if you don't care, what does it matter if he throws you away? Because you're not putting your all into a man in the first place. You're not 100% trusting a man ever. So he can't really throw you away because he doesn't have you. He doesn't have you wrapped around his finger. He doesn't have you mentally thinking that he is the all to be all. You have your own life going on. You have your own responsibilities. So he can't throw you away if he doesn't actually have you in a bag, right? So then she finishes it off. If you feel like shooting your shot, go ahead. Just make sure it's a quality man. No, don't shoot your shot, ladies. It's no. Do not shoot your shot at a man. Let him come to you, and he will let him pursue you and court you as he's supposed to, because he's a gentleman. You are not going to be putting your bootstraps on and your trousers and going to pursue a man. That's not what we're going to do, Miss Jackie. But thanks for your comment. And I hope those 50 something people will eventually snap out of it and learn that it is not proper to chase a man. Next is Dookie Puddle. Says the only ones complaining are bitter BW, which usually stands for Black women. The same ones who always shame Simone about her hair and body. Go figure. And then he puts the confused emoji. Okay, I've got a couple of things about this one. This one is again on the same video talking about the consequences of dating, of chasing a man. So a lot of people are getting this video misconstrued, which is funny. But the thing is, it was not about Simone and her husband. It was about women that chase after men. And in this day and age, what I've learned from, I don't know if you all know this, my background it has been in education. You have to give people examples. Some people need examples to gather the lesson, to gather the theme, gather the point. She just happened to be an example. She was not the theme of the story, okay? He's saying Black women are bitter and complaining. We are not complaining in that video. What I was doing was trying to show women the public humiliation that can happen if you are a celebrity or high profile person, or if you're just a woman in general and you chase after a man. Eventually it's going to blow up in your face one day. It's all of that is going to come in your face, and you're going to be slapped with all of the stuff you did, and it's going to be humiliating. And you may not want to accept it right then. You're probably going to make excuses for the man because you're not ready to accept what you did and how it definitely was detrimental for you. But that is what the whole story was about. It had nothing to really do with Simone. And it says here, we shamed her hair and body. That's a bold assumption to make, that all Black women were shaming Simone's hair and body, when most of the Black women I know are very supportive of her publicly. And most of the women that I know also don't comment on women's bodies unless it's a positive comment. And then they said that we talked about her hair. Yeah, there were some women who did, but it wasn't just Black women. And the people who did were ignorant into the fact of what it takes to be a professional athlete. A lot of people don't understand how much work and dedication and sweat and all of that it takes. Not They don't have a lot of time to continue to go get their edges pressed out or their hair styled, or even if they did, that's not what is important. What's important is winning. Why are you bringing up this in this comment that some people happen to talk about her hair and body? What was the point of you talking about that right now? Because you probably were. You were the one talking about her hair and body. I've learned when people make comments like this, it's because they were the ones who did it. So thank you, Dookie Puddle, for telling the world that you were making comments about Simone's hair and body, because who even remembers that? Next is Sampson family. They are married now, so why is this a big deal? And people in the comments got this person together. I didn't even reply to this comment at all. People were saying, since when is getting married a badge of honor? Since when is getting married an accomplishment? Now, I do agree that getting married is an accomplishment. Like, that could be an accomplishment for you or a goal for someone. I think it does matter. She says, ask a man who truly values and cherishes women if they want to be chased. More often than not, the answer will be no. Right, because that takes them out of their place in the world, which is chasing. And then it's like, we don't even have to keep using the word chasing. It could just be the proper way of courting, pursuing, or showing genuine interest in someone. That is really the man's job to do that. So it says here, they are married now, so why is this a big deal? It's a big deal because we're trying to prevent other women from doing it. Duh. It's a big deal because just because you're married doesn't mean all issues before you got married are just suddenly going to disappear. You're going to have to address this sometime or another, because if not, that means his mind is still in the same thoughts of, he said in that video that he believes that all men are the prize. He said that out of his own mouth. So that means he still thinks that to this day. So that is why it is a big deal even after marriage, because he still has the same psychology. He still thinks this, and he's trying to teach other red pill men who don't understand their place in society, the same values, and it's going to start trickling down, and some women are going to fall victim of it, and it's just going to be an endless cycle until some people finally speak up and tell them, like, no, this is not right, we're not doing it. Next is, I have someone recently commented, what did they comment this on? I think they commented this on my video titled how to spot a fake provider. It's K something. Women go after the top tier men that are better than them, or at very least on their level. So by definition, doesn't that make the men the prize? Women want men they can admire and look up to, and someone she can show off to her family and friends. So wouldn't that mean that the man is the prize, her prize? So I have a couple things I can say to that. If a man is a prize, we don't have to verbalize it. We don't have to acknowledge it. We don't have to physically give them a trophy because they know they're the ish. They know they got this. They know they could take care of their woman. They could take care of a family if they wanted to. They know they got power in their job. They know they have influence in the community. You don't have to say you're the prize if you are a man who's on their ish. Everybody knows that. Jay-Z does not have to tell the world, oh, I'm a billionaire. I got Beyonce. I got 3 kids. I have all these albums, Grammys, titles. I own all these properties. I own the Rockefeller. I own this or own that. I'm the prize. I'm the prize. I'm the king. Like, no, he doesn't have to do that because we know who he is. It's known. Only men that don't got it have to keep telling us that they are. That is the whole point in this. We don't have to tell a man he's a prize if he knows he's a prize because they already know and feel it when they walk in the room. Heads are turning, they're getting their table without reservation. So we don't have to actually verbalize it. I think that's what a lot of men don't get. And then I see also he says women want men that are better than them. Huh? What lady out there thinks that way? I don't know any woman out there who would say they want a man that's better than them. We don't even want men that look better than us. So why would we want a man that's better than us? That's odd. First off, no one can be better than me. You might be smarter than me in a certain category. You may know how to build a table better than I do. You may be able to you may be able to drive a sports car faster than me and beat me in a race, but you're not better than me because I know who I am. I know what my value is to this world. I know what my goals are, ambitions are, my passions. I know I have people that love and care for me. I know I care for other people. I know my morals. So you can't be better than me. That's point blank period. I don't know any woman out there who tries to go after a man that's better than them. That's kind of pick me behavior to even have that mindset in the first place. And then on their level, okay, we can argue that people can be on different levels technically. Um would I want a man with status? Yes, I will admit that. Of course, I would want a man with status, but at the end of the day, I just want a man who will do whatever I say. How about that? Can we just say that? That's where I'm at right now in life. I don't care about all the other nonsense. I just want a man who will do whatever I want him to do. Is that good enough for you? But of course, we want a guy at the end of the day to get married to a guy with some status that could pull some strings and get us into some doors that we may not have access to. Duh. Who wouldn't? So that was KB showing off a man to their family. I'm not really interested in that. If I was, we would be dating men in high profile positions. But we just right now, at least I do, we just want someone who's gonna do what we want them to do. Spoil us, treat us, wine and dine us, and treat us like the princesses and queens that we are. We have Mara who says, I chased my husband and he is the man I could have. He is the best man I could have ever found. I can't even read these comments properly because they're so, I just don't agree with them. So it's just hard to actually read it right. I chased my husband and he's the best man I could ever found. 10 years together and going strong. Good for you, Mara. Good for you. Did you get your prize, Mara? Did you? What did you win for chasing your husband? I would like to know, how is your life? Are you cooking and cleaning every night? Are you having that food prepared for when he comes home? Are you splitting the mortgage? Are you paying down the utility bill? Do you have your bills ready on Friday every day at 5 p.m. ready for him to take it? What is your 10 years together going strong mean? Please explain it to us in full detail. We would like to know. What is 10 years together and going strong? Because everyone's going strong could mean different things. For me, going strong means I barely have to do anything and I could just pursue all of my dreams and goals and he takes care of everything and I could just do the stuff that I've been wanting to do now that I have the time. That's what going strong is for me. No abuse, no emotional abuse, peaceful house. I would like to know what Mara's definition of that is, because she chased her man and got him, and she's with him for 10 years going strong. So, good for Mara and for all the other women out there who have the same mindset as her. If that's what y'all want to do, that's what y'all want to do. But this is the wrong page for y'all. That's all I'm trying to say. We can't help everybody. Some people, no matter how many times we explain, chasing a woman chasing is not going to end up good for her. The thing is, maybe that man is treating these girls that chase them right. Maybe those men are, but they could have gotten a better one. That's the thing. They settled for a man who would let the woman chase them, and they could have gotten a better one if they just sat down and just let the men approach them. They probably could have gotten a better one. Next is Missy Alley to you. Women pull men. It's no big deal. She's actually married now, not like the single and confused that have so much opinion on their marriage. Okay, thanks for your comment, Miss Alley to you. Women pull men. They pull men by being women and just sitting in their feminine energy and just being pretty or being smart or doing their passions, killing it in their career roles, traveling, eating, shopping, looking cute, pretty, having a beautiful posture and mannerisms when they're out. That's how women pull men, because that man sees her like, dang, look at her over there. She is on her business. She's on her business. She is working it. She is doing her thing. Ooh, I could tell how much she loves this. That is how a woman pulls a man. They don't pull them by going after them and chasing them. Like, I'm watching the Girlfriends show. Joan Clayton, oh my gosh, she's a main girl on here who chases men. And how do all her relationships end? The guy walks away from her because she took all of their power from trying to pursue her and showing their interest, and she did it all for them, and it's become makes them unattracted to her because she's literally begging for their attention. And she's actually married now. Just another person who doesn't understand, just because you marry someone doesn't mean the psychology or their mind frame just automatically changes and they become a new person. No, whatever they brought and thought before their marriage is how they're going to treat the wife during the marriage. I would rather her not have gotten married and learned before than get married and now, oh, it's all cookies and cream. Now she's married, everything's good. I don't know why people think that. That's kind of strange. And then not the single and confused. I feel like the single are probably the most clear-headed because we don't have someone piping us down at night, filling our heads on pillow talk with nonsense, or that are out here being manipulated emotionally or in love, so they're letting a lot of things slide that they wouldn't have let slide when they were single. So I don't think the single are the ones that are confused in this instance. I think it's the women who are chasing men and they got their man. They're probably the confused ones, if I had to say anything. Next is Andre motivation. The young man was single, childless, successful, and had his head on straight. She saw what she liked, and instead of playing these stupid games that most young women do today, she went for what she wanted without looking for a bag or a come up. What was she supposed to do? Date a dusty rapper? White guy? Be like Lori Harvey? I really don't understand the saltiness of women complaining. Here goes another one. This one is jam packed. This one, there's a lot of things for us to unpack here, okay? First off, I guess the only thing it takes to be a successful man with your head on straight is not having any kids. Yep, that's the standard now. Ladies, if he doesn't have any kids, he's successful and he's got his head on straight. Go get him. That's what Andre Motivation says. Next, he says, she liked what she saw. And instead of playing these stupid games of protecting her feminine or just saying, hello, I'll sit back and relax and allow someone who's generally interested in me come after me, she decided to just relax and just enjoy herself. No, he expects women that are interested in men to go and chase them. That's what Andre the Motivation says. We can't just let it be how it should be, the natural way of evolution, and allow the man to come and pursue us and show his genuine interest. No, we need to be the ones driving for an hour to go meet them on the first date and let them just roll out of bed and go downstairs to their lobby and meet us, I guess. Next is he's throwing shade for women who expect a man to be a provider because she didn't go out looking for a bag. Okay. Um, there's nothing wrong with women who want provisions from a man. Regardless if he makes less than her or not, he can still do his part and provide things for her and make her life more simple. Who is the one who said women can't expect their man to help? I don't know. But Andre the Motivation is definitely a bum because he's trying to convince other women to accept bummy behavior. And then he finishes it off with a dusty rapper. Okay, that was random. He definitely has a vendetta against rappers. A white guy, there goes another one. A lot of guys, we already know what race this guy is. They can't stand seeing black women with men that aren't black, even though we know who was dating out their race first and who, statistically speaking, is marrying outside of the race more. It's not black women. We're the most loyal to marrying black men. It's the black men who are marrying the most out of their race. So I don't know where this guy's coming, but he probably doesn't even know what he's talking about. But power to all the black women who are marrying white men that are taking care of them and treating them right. We don't we nobody cares about that. Lori Harvey, they have so many problems with Lori Harvey because she knew if a man is showing things and signs of behaviors that she doesn't agree with and she's not attracted to, what does Lori Harvey do? She moves on. And you don't hear anything of it because she doesn't care enough. She just moves on to the next guy, which is what is wrong with that? Just because a woman is dating does not mean she's sexually active with men. That is a thing that men don't get because they can't do it. How many men do y'all know out there who are only in relationships with women because they need someone to have sex with? We can be celibate for years on end. They cannot. They sleep with women they would never actually date just to have sex. We, not many of us will do that. We have more self-control over our bodies. And I stand on that firm and I stand on that. We can go without it. We're fine. We don't need to be in a relationship just to be in a relationship. But a lot of men out there, they have to have a relationship with someone for all of the benefits that come with being a woman, with being with a woman. So that's Andre Motivation. Next, we have Daniel Verman. Yes, just say no to bummy behavior, okay? There's so many men out there who are trying to teach women to accept it. That's why I tell you, ladies, stop taking dating tips because I don't call myself a dating expert. I'm just someone who studies behaviors and gives you guys things that I've learned on my many mistakes and tips. I'm giving you tips on things to do or try and see if it works for you. But a lot of guys out there are calling themselves relationship expert, relationship gurus, and they're telling us things just obviously, it's so obvious, so they can go out there and pick the easy ones so they can go and continue to manipulate them and create their own woman that is the best for their interest. That is so clear to me because I just saw a video of a guy saying, this is turmeric water and turmeric and water, by the way. He said, ladies, stop going on first dates to dinner. You're going to have to sit there and deal with that whole date. And if you don't like it, you just have to sit there and you cannot leave. Huh? Who said that? Who's coming up with these rules? I can't tell y'all how many dates I've been on, and I left as soon as I got uncomfortable. As soon as he was giving me the ick, I left. There is no rule. Just some random guy on TikTok who's trying to teach women things so he can go out and manipulate them easier, and him and his pals can have the pick of the litter of the easy women. So he was just telling women to stop going on first dates to dinner. Ladies, if you're out there watching this and you've always wondered if you can leave a dinner early or any date for that matter early because you're uncomfortable, I'm telling you right now, you can. I'll tell you exactly one way I came up with it. I looked at my phone and said, "Oh my God, I just got a notification. I just got a delivery and it's super expensive and I live in an apartment, so I cannot leave that box out. I have to go. I'm so sorry for this. We can potentially reschedule, but I have to go right now because I do not want anyone to steal that package. Go ahead and use it." It worked. He completely believed it because we all know there's so many package stealers out there. And I literally don't go far for my dates. I told y'all this. I give them a radius and they have to plan the date within this circumference of the mile distance I give them. And I said, yeah, I got to go. And obviously, I'm going to get home within the 15 minutes, 20 minutes, because I told them I'm only going to meet you within this mile radius, right? So it worked. And then another time, I just said, this isn't going to work for me. So I'm going to dismiss myself and just leave. You do not have to sit in the date. Who cares if you offend this person? Who are they to you? And that's another thing, ladies, we need to start speaking with people a little longer before the first date, because a lot of the times you can figure out, oh, this is not the right person for me to date. They don't have what I'm looking for, and you won't even go out and plan that first date in the first place. But sometimes, things happen. I've been there. Like I said, they're some of them are good and sneaky with those conversations before you meet them, and you don't realize some of the things they say is kind of concerning. So you plan the date, but I'm telling you right now, get out of there. Come up with an excuse. Lie. There's so many episodes on TV of girls coming up with excuses to leave dates. You can take one of those. Just do it. Don't sit there uncomfortable. You're wasting time. Time is money. Get out of there. So we have Daniel Verman. He says, everything sounds ridiculously stupid to say the least. She belongs to the streets, not relationship advisors. So this one, I believe, because I did not put down what video these screenshots are coming from. I should have, but I think this one is from my 10 signs you're dating a bum. Now, what he is saying here is that the signs I gave women to identify they're dating a bum are ridiculously stupid. It's not clear enough. I'm trying to make it clear. So apparently, those signs that I gave that are completely valid are ridiculously stupid. Who's gonna tell him, Danielle Verman, that one, I am not a relationship advisor. I am giving tips and tricks to women to have the best relationships that pursue their interests and give them what they want. Two, I belong to the streets because I'm exposing men like you, Danielle Verman. Okay, but unlike you, Daniel Berman, I've never been on the streets. I've always had a place to lay my head. No offense to the unhoused, because I definitely want to actually open my own women's shelter one day. But, anyways, Daniel Verman, I've never been on the streets. You can't say I belong to the streets because I have a nice, comfortable bed that I sleep in every night. Thank you, but no thanks. Next thing I have is someone is saying, let's see. It's $20. Shut up. This is Big Bank Love 1085. So Big Bank Love doesn't like the fact that I said I would not give a man $20 if he asked. That's concerning, Big Bank Love. First off, you sound a little aggressive. I hope you don't have any problems with your anger there. And two, this sound like it really hit a nerve and was really personal to you. Sounds like you really needed that $20 and some girl told you no, she's not giving you the $20 and it brought back terrible memories. But I'm sorry. I am not going to be telling my subscribers to go date men who ask women that they're dating for $20 because that is just that psychology technique. It's called foot in the door. So they put their foot in the door with the $20. Then the next week, it's can I have $100? The next week after that is can I drive your car? The next week is can I move in for a couple of weeks until I get back on my feet? Then the next week is can I take out a loan in your name for $10,000? And the next week after that, it's can you sign your name on my car lease? Uh, no. That's why you slam the door in their face right when they try and ask you for money, no matter what the amount is, because it's never going to stop. It's going to be a snowball effect. It's just going to keep going, being worse and worse, more and more expensive, more liabilities. That's a huge liability. If a man is even comfortable opening his mouth to ask you for money, next is beauty and makeup. I have someone who goes, I'm reading, I'm gonna skip to here we go. But on another note, it's sad we live in a world where you literally shave your eyebrows off just to draw them back on. Like, who even started this trend and why is everyone following it? Eyebrows were never a part of the makeup routine, and now it's like a 10 minutes extra on our already hour-long makeup. OOXLS. I'm sorry to break it to you, but my mom used to watch those old school classic movies in the black and white, and those ladies' eyebrows were dead. Okay, and those were the 40s, 50s, and 60s. So I don't know what to tell you, but even back in the opera days and the Shakespearean days, they were doing makeup and they were doing their eyebrows to make them look more feminine because they were men dressing as women and cosplaying and in drag and all of that. Makeup has always included eyebrows when you're doing a full and complete look. And I have never in any of my videos shaved my full eyebrow. People are just so dramatic and so dense. This is what I'm talking about. No matter what you say, you cannot help them because they will misconstrue your message in your meeting in your full on visual tutorial. This person can see because they watched the video. So it's not anything of them having needing some modifications or some different formats to see or understand the material. They could see just fine. And they're going to say that I shaved off my whole eyebrow. Y'all, would I have all these hairs on my eyebrow if I shaved off my eyebrow? It is called shaving up the underneath the part here so that it look clean. Because right now, let me show you right now. Y'all, my eyebrows are going through it. Look at all of that hair. Because I didn't shave them. I didn't shave them. I didn't pluck them. And I prefer tweezing them because you can get even closer and more meticulous with the design and the arch. That is what you do. When you want to look a certain way, you gotta tweeze, arch your eyebrows, go get them waxed, threaded, however you do your do. The girls that get it, get it. The girls that don't, don't. And that's okay because you're just not that girl. I'm sorry. If you don't understand, you just don't. There's nothing I could say to you about that. A 10-minute extra on adding makeup. Yes, every now and then you got to take some extra time to do your eyebrows if you want them to look a certain way because it's hair. You have a hair growth cycle, so your hair is going to continue to grow. That's just how it goes. All right. Next is this one is kind of questionable. So this one goes on my 10 signs you're dating a bum, and it says the same goes for females. Scooty Bless says the same goes for females. And I'm thinking, you can make that argument. Can women be bums? For sure. The prime things I think of women bums are women who choose their men partners, like their romantic partners over their kids. Women who don't listen to what their kids are saying that they don't like about that man, or if he has done something to abuse that kid, and they tell their mom, and the mom is like, "Oh no, this my man. I'm gonna take care of him. He's my boo." Blah, blah, blah." Of course, those women are scum women. They're bums. Yeah, I agree. Those kind of women can be bums. Another kind of women is women who don't choose to pursue anything in life, and they just rather just sit in misery, and they could have just tried to take some resources. Like, I'm always trying to tell y'all about free resources the community offers and learn some skills, or try and read or better themselves in any kind of way. They just rather sulk in misery and depression and anxiety and keep blaming other people for their way of life. Yes, those women are the bums. But when it comes to men, are you guys, the men, y'all don't remember this? I don't know. Some of you guys forgot. You guys created this system where women don't get paid the same amount of fair wage as you. We don't have the same opportunities. And now y'all are trying to take our autonomy away from us. So we can't even get abortions or end pregnancies that are unsafe for the mom and the baby. Like, you guys are the ones making it so things are not equal, and you're getting mad at us for expecting men to come with provisions because our lives are already more complicated. We already have to deal with a lot more scrutiny than you do. Like, we're just for being a woman, life is already harder, and I wouldn't trade it for anything because I enjoy being a woman, and I'm definitely taking all the advantages I can and using my feminine energy and power to get whatever I can. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going to lie and say that men have things a little more simpler than we do. So the same does not go for females, because have additional benefits in society that we can never have, at least not in my time. Because if we can't even say that we want to end or terminate a pregnancy because this baby doesn't even have a brain, and we're going to be called murderers, then no, the same does not go for women and never will. I'm not even going to debate that with y'all. Next person I have is Jackie Gorin. He made a comment on my video when I said that I was dating a guy, and he started spoiling me within a couple of weeks, and the guy I dated before him knew that I wanted to go on vacations and travel, and he didn't take me. Doesn't mean I wasn't going on my own, of course, but he knew that I enjoyed going out and going on trips. And I didn't put this in there because it's a quick video. You know, you're not supposed to get the full details. It's just a quick video for the girls that get it, the girls that get it, get it, the girls that don't. The men shouldn't even be watching, right? So he was already going on trips with his guys. He was going on hunting trips. He was going on trips up north. He was doing all different kinds of things, but he didn't take me on any trips. So I made a video saying how I stopped dating him. It wasn't just because of that, but that was part of it. Obviously, he wasn't making me a priority in his extra time to go travel. And I said, this new guy is within a couple of weeks. And this guy got upset that I made that point. And he said, because I said those are my expectations. If you don't agree with them, you don't agree with them. Because he made some other comments. I don't even have them up here because it was just something, it was just some dumb trash. So he comments back, LOL, those are not expectation, those are needs. You need someone to immediately spoil you as soon as they meet you instead of actually getting to know you and even to consider you're worth spending money on. LOL. Say yes to say you left someone after only 3 months because they didn't spoil you enough. Yes, that makes it very unintelligent. Because he said, I guess my video was stupid. I can say a couple of things to this person here. The first thing I will say is, this is the kind of guy who would tell a woman that he only does coffee dates on the first date because he doesn't know if they're worth spending money on. Jack, if you don't got $100 to take a lady out on a date, just say that. If you don't have the flight miles to plan a free trip, because it's not even expensive. These kind of men, they have so many flight miles that's why I tell ladies it's not even a big deal if he takes you on a vacation, because they can get a free hotel, they can get a free flight. It doesn't really cost that much to travel anymore if you have the right credit card. Okay? It's not even a big deal. I don't need someone to take me out because I could take myself out. But if you want to date me, you need to take me, but you need to do that. I can do it on my own. But if you have the interest in dating me, you got to put in some effort. Yeah, Jack, you do. If you want to date me, you have to put some effort in. Those are my expectations because that is how I was raised my whole life. We went on several vacations a year. So if I'm dating a man and he doesn't plan on taking me on vacations, then ew. It will never work. I will never feel comfortable because that is how I was raised and that is what I expect from a man. Sorry, Jack. Then next he says, we got to consider spending money on you. See, those are the kind of guys, ladies, I'm trying to warn you about. The coffee first date guys. They think women have to prove themselves to them. They're the ones who say on the first date, so Aisha, tell me what you bring to the table so I can know if I should be paying for this dinner or not. Jack, you would never get a chance to date a woman like me. So why are you commenting on my video? Because you don't have enough money. You can't afford it because you're too concerned about your money to see if it's worth spending on. Because if you spend money on this date tonight, you won't have enough to pay for your phone bill and your phone's going to get cut off. Then you're going to get laid off of work because they weren't able to reach you to have you come in. See, this is really what it is. It's really that deep, ladies. These men, it's really that deep. You can't take offense of those things they say because they're really trying to think of their livelihoods. They're in survival mode. They can't afford it. So they're going to put it on you so that you can lower your expectations and what you think you deserve in life. They're going to try and lower it so they can take you out. And then they're going to hate you later for lowering your expectations and say, oh, wow. So this is what I can do for you now and this is what you can expect. It's it's like a weird thing. They want to feel like they can conquer you, but if you bring it down to their level, then it doesn't work anymore and it's just like all of the fun in it is over for them. These kind of guys, right? So, I guess that makes me unintelligent for having expectations for 3 months. No, nothing big happening for 3 months. Not saying that guy definitely spent a lot of money on me, but he did it on a lot of things he wanted to do. And that's the other thing. There's a lot of guys out there who will do a lot of stuff that you want them to do. I mean, that they want to do for you, but it's nothing that you actually appreciate or you actually have value in. And no shade to my dad, but my dad bought my mom a blender for Christmas. She said she wanted a juicer. But what did he do? He got her a blender. That was not what she wanted. So he got what he wanted to give her, not what she wanted. So the gift is really like it's not really a gift anymore because that's not what my mom wanted. She wanted a juicer. So just be careful. Even the bestest of marriages, even the most happy couples still have to deal with that. Men just doing things because they want to do it and not because you want it. So just keep that in mind, ladies. That's all I got for you. I guess I can end it on a good note here. I got one from the 10 signs you're dating a bum. A girl says, my boyfriend is all 10! Explanation, exclamation mark. It's hard to leave when they leave with you. I think she meant to say when they live with you and you've been together for years. I'm 23. Help. So she's actually sometimes though, ladies, people will post on social media asking for help. They really don't want the help because then if they don't act on it, they're gonna feel a kind of way like, oh, this isn't right. I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm not going to actually make any strides or actions to get a better life. So I'm going to kind of feel uncomfortable in this situation now because I acknowledge that this is wrong. So sometimes you got to be careful with women who post online asking for help. But the ladies helped her out, and I think I even commented back. And I said, you acknowledge that this man is a bum and you live with him. So I said, girl, the first thing you got to do is start pulling back on paying for that rent every month. You need to start allowing him to put in more. You take off 75. Maybe you used to give 500. Now just give 425 a month for your part. Just slowly start taking away things. If he's using your car, oh, sorry, I need my car tonight. It just came up. You got to start taking some of these perks away that they're getting from you, because they're never going to leave you because you're just a cash cow to them. They're getting the world presented to them on a silver platter. Why on earth would they leave? There's no point. So I just try to tell her, you got to start taking some of these perks back. Other people told her too. So I guess that's a good note because she acknowledges it. But hopefully, I hope she's out of that. That was some years ago. So hopefully she's gone. And you never move in with them, because now you're getting leases tied up with each other. Hopefully it's just her name on the lease so she could kick him out. But if you both have a lease, there could be some legal issues with that. I don't know if she can kick him out or what, but I hope that girl, she's got it figured out and she moved on. But anyways, y'all, thanks for watching this live. I'll be back again tomorrow. We're going to be talking about when the hate don't work, they start telling lies. And I'm going to do a whole bunch of story times on all the crazy, blatant lies people have told on me because their strikes of trying to ruin my reputation and the drama they tried to create in my life didn't work, because I just brushed things off my shoulder. You've learned, you deal with so many issues after a while, you start learning it doesn't phase me anymore. I don't care. You can't hurt me. It doesn't affect me at all. So, anyways, I'll be back tomorrow going live. I'll see y'all then. Make sure you guys follow me on everything at Fashion Wit, WIT, Aisha, AISHA. And you'll see me making vlogs, hair care, beauty, skincare, all that jazz. On here, I do more long videos, obviously, but on my social media, it's shorter content. So you get a little variety. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.